exercise of your organization, you'll have internal, discussions where you have folks from other countries, other regions that you get together and you talk about issues. But you're always within the same context of your industry, of your business. And I think what was good, about these kind of sessions, what was good about today, is you had a variety, right? You had oil and gas, which is typical in Calgary to have that presence, but you had, NMAX, you had Agrium, you had a software provider in ADP who was kind of part of the context of the industry or of the environment. And I think from my perspective, it was really interesting to see how different organizations are dealing with some of the same issues, and where kind of almost go back and look where are we in our life cycle. And sometimes you're pretty happy, you're a little bit ahead, and sometimes you're going, okay, that's interesting. I should look at that a little bit more, and would that fit into our context? So yeah, generally very well, very good. So what's maybe a bit unique about our organization is that we have sort of 3 levels of IT. We're centralized and decentralized. So we have, we're in 60 countries, 90,000 people. Our head office is in Paris, and we have what we call a group, which is really kind of that think tank of functional services. One of those services being IT that really looks at the evolution of IT across the organization, how they can roll it out. Then we have regional hubs, which for ours are the Americas, which would be all of the 3, Canada, US, Mexico, a little bit of Brazil, that we're part of that regional hub. And then we have countries or business units. So when you look at the organization, how we're going to evolve technology, things like Gmail, Workday, ServiceNow, there is a push from a group perspective, that global view, that there's commonalities and there must be cost savings. So when I came in, the strategy was to look at Gmail, and they're doing it from a group perspective. We had reviews at the hub, and we decided on our approach to do pilots and look at some ways to prove out some of these benefits and some of the challenges, and then we took it into the regional business units for implementation. But from our perspective, it really came down to we were the pointy end of the spear, and when it came to implementation, we were the ones that were going to be accountable locally. And so we participated in a lot of the validation and rationalization of whether to move forward. And I'd say personally, it was one of the best things we've done. It got a lot of excitement and energy going around it. It's not without its challenges. It's a new model, and so you're putting a lot of support that traditionally you'd have, and you can maintain and control and have accountability for, and you're pushing it out to somebody else. I'd have to say, because of the new technologies that we've brought in, there's been a lot of forgiveness for minor glitches, half-hour outages or things like that, because people see it as progressive. They like their company, much like they want their company to be a good energy consumer, a good recycler, a good environmental steward. They want us to be progressive. And so I think that helps a lot.